Hi guys, it's me Shannon, and I just wanted to talk to you about a couple of things today. First of all, recently I had been studying about the law of attraction, and I heard about it about maybe 5 years ago, and I've used it here and there. And you know how, have you ever heard the phrase that, you start out small and then, little by little you can go bigger and everything? Well, I'd kind of gotten away from it a little bit, and I hadn't really been putting it into action in my life. But I recently was starting to look for a new job, and I wanted to go into a position where I would be able to become possibly a regional sales manager or representative of some sort. Now, I've been doing a little bit of sales in my own personal life right now, but I'm not at that level, and I wanted to get out of what I was doing now. And I know a lot of times it becomes kind of a place where you get stuck, where I wasn't even able to get interviews in the field I was trying to get into. I had been doing demos as a brand ambassador, and it's great, but it's very part-time, and your schedule is very sporadic. You never know when you're going to work, where you're going to work, or what city you're going to be in. So it can be kind of hard, I mean, the pay is fairly decent, but it's not always the best, most stable position that you can have. So I wanted to get into possibly becoming a regional sales representative, to where I would be able to do what I do now a little bit, because I do sales a little bit, but also being able to broaden that spectrum and have a higher paying position that is more full-time, more stable, and that would have benefits, because I work as like an independent contractor, and I do work on a W-2 with one of the marketing companies I work through. And that's another thing, I have to work through so many marketing companies to make an ends meet, basically, and I just wanted to stick with one company. So I started to really work on my resume, and I switched things around a little bit, and I wrote some things in that said, I've got a blinking light here and I'm not sure what that's for, so hopefully it's fine and still recording. But anyways, let me just get to the point. I wanted to get an interview outfit for the job interviews that I was starting to get, and because I changed my resume and because I started to put my mindset towards really wanting to get out of where I'm at and get into another place, I started to act as if I was already doing that. And so I actually created my resume in a way that I was already performing the duties of a sales representative, a regional sales representative. So I was able to word it in a way to where I started to get interviews for regional sales manager, regional sales representative, and I wasn't even able to get those types of interviews before. So I also wanted to start collecting like a wardrobe that would basically help me into that department as well. And I did do a color theory type thing, and somehow I decided that I really wanted to go with like this light blue for me. For some reason, I just feel like it's a color that I should be using when I go to interviews. And I did it through, seeing like what colors looked best on me, what styles and stuff like that. So I did a whole thing of research on that, which is a whole other video. But anyways, I started to think about what I wanted, and I started thinking about that color, and suddenly every store I went to when I started looking for interview outfits I would run into like one thing that was specifically that color and the style that I was looking for. Like first I was looking for a shirt like this. I was looking for a regular button down shirt with a collar that I could wear to interviews under a blazer. And I was looking for this color specifically. I went into Ross and I looked on the racks and everything, and I definitely didn't even go into the designer section at all. I just went to a regular rack, and I was on the rack, and I found this shirt, and I saw that it was a designer Michael Kors shirt, which they have a whole section that's separate for Michael Kors, but this was on clearance, and I was shocked. This shirt was about, it was over $100. I do remember it being somewhere between $100 and $120. I'm not sure exactly how much it was, but it was super expensive, and I would never purchase that high on a regular basis. I got this shirt for, believe it or not, look at that. I don't know if you're seeing it backwards. I got it for $8.49.